In this demo, I'll show you how to use Power Automate to collect only the sales-related Outlook meetings from multiple team calendars and send them into one Microsoft list on SharePoint. So the director can review the week's client and prospect activity at a glance. For this example, we have 3 calendars, 1 sales director and 2 sales reps. Since the first episode, your CloudStation account is connected to SharePoint and Outlook. No need to connect them again. Let's create a new project in CloudStation. For instance, Microsoft List and Automation Sales Shared Meetings. Here's the ask. I want to build a Power Automate for sales team scheduling. Create a Microsoft 365 workflow where sales meetings from 3 Outlook calendars are synced into one shared Microsoft list, so the sales director can review clients and prospect activity before the weekly sales meeting. Here are the 3 accounts to use. So the sales director, sales rep 1 and 2. Important, sales meetings are marked manually with the Outlook category sales activity. Non-sales meetings should be ignored. The workflow should sync only events with the sales meeting activity category. Use Microsoft Lists as the shared sales director view. The list should avoid duplicates by storing the Outlook event ID and calendar owner. If a meeting change, update the existing list row. Please help me create the Power Automate flow and Microsoft List structure. The Microsoft List should be called the sales team activity. Suggested column, everything about the meeting, times, the dates, the starts and ends time, the calendar owner, attendees, status, comments, next step, attachments, and last synced. The final result should let the sales director open one list and see all sales activity for the week. Possibility to group the information by salesperson, customer, or meeting type. Charlie has finished and she said everything is ready except one manual step. Your Microsoft 365 permission allow reading writing list rows, but not creating a new list, so the sales team activity list need 5 minutes manual creation. There's 2 options. One, the manual one, so I do the job, or we could grant via the Microsoft 365 admin the right through the API. But we have actually a third option, is for her to do the manual work. So I will ask her to do it via the browser. She created the agent and opened the browser. She said that the browser agent is the Microsoft singing wall. So I need for her to sign in here, and then the agent will continue the tasks. So let's sign in with the account. All right, it's done. So I'm gonna just say it's done, it's connected. She said your sales team activity lists is live and verified. You can open it here, but we also see it on the right of the browser with all 14 columns. The agent created also 4 views by customer, by meeting types, by salesperson, and all items. So for the next step, she said that now that this Microsoft List is created, she can now create the flow in Power Automate. All right, so her plan is to create one flow in Power Automate. The flow will run each weekday from Monday to Friday at 7 a.m. with all the 3 calendars and sync the sales activity meetings into the lists without duplicates, never overrides, etc. etc. And she said before building it in Power Automate, 2 things must happen on your side. You must make sure that the 2 sales rep calendar are shared. And then when it's done, I will tell her. And she said, would you like me to walk through building a step by step? So I will do with her guidance, or have a brother specialist build the flow for you in Power Automate directly. So this will be option 2, obviously. So the calendars are shared, and we will go with option 2. Sync is live, and she called it Sales Team Activity Syncs Flow, and it's running every weekday at 7 a.m. And she also tested it. Just 3 successful test runs. Pulled 11 real sales meetings, so from the calendars. 2 small things for you to confirm. Confirm the 7 a.m. is the running time you want, and the old test row can be deleted whenever you like. So just let's check now the list and see all the different meetings that have been synced. So we can see the meeting titles, the owner of each, the start and end time, the attendees, the status, and the last sync. And let's see by customers. I didn't specify how to fill metadata of the customer. Everything is under unassigned for now. I will change that. And also I will delete the first row myself. Let's see for the info by salesperson. We have 3 accounts, remember? And we have 4 meetings and 3 meetings. Now let's check the flow in Power Automate. So as she said, she runs 3 times the flow or have succeeded, and we can see the detail. So we have the trigger in this flow. Each calendar is a step. So first we start with admin, then with the calendar of Omnia, and then with the calendar with the director, and each time we will do the same check and steps. Right now, I will ask her add the information of the customer name based on the title of the meetings, because in each meeting's name we have the company of the client. So I want her to use that. And she said it's done and proven live. But so she updated the flow. Let's check that. So she updated the existing row in the list, and yes, actually the column customer or prospects is filled now. And with the view by customer, we can see that everything is quite well organized now. So now, just to make sure that the update and the cancellation, and if I add a new person in the meeting, that everything will be dated the next time the flow will be triggered. I will do some changes now. And also I will wait for tomorrow morning 7 a.m. to make sure that the flow will trigger itself. And actually it didn't, because the time zone, which is Pacific time, and I was thinking that it would be the Paris time. So I will just ask her to change it, and I ask her to switch to 9:15 a.m. French time. Let's wait for 9:15. Here we go. So Power Automate flow triggered. That's 9:15. And now let's check our lists versus our calendar. We have 4 scheduled meetings, and we can check them one by one, but every changes has been updated within the list, which is great. And also you can manually edit the list without impacting the meeting. So if you want to add attachments to the entry in the list, you can do it. You can also add comments, next step, extra. And that's it. We have our lists. The capabilities. Combine sales meeting from multiple Outlook calendars into one shared list. Keeps only meetings marked sales activity. Gives the sales director a weekly view of client and prospect activity. Turns calendar events into trackable action item with owners and next steps. Makes follow-up easier with filter by salesperson, customer, or meeting type. Edges. Meetings must be tagged correctly. Calendar permission must be shared. Time zones needs to be checked. Updates are not instant. They run on the flow schedule.